Okay, continuing on page 2 of the review. Problem number 6, this is a rational equality. Domain restriction, it's a fraction. My domain restriction is the denominator cannot be 0. X minus 7 cannot be 0, therefore x cannot be 7. Okay, that is my exclusion. To solve this, I will multiply everything by x minus 7. So 10 over x minus 7 equals 5. Multiply both sides by x minus 7. On the left-hand side, I just get 10. And on the right-hand side, 5x minus 35. If I add 35 to both sides, then I get 45 equals to 5x. Therefore, x is equal to 9. That does not violate my exclusion that x could not be 7. So that's the solution, x equal 9. Number 7, this is an expression with a rational exponent. So my key here, I look at this, that is an odd number. So when I solve this, I'm going to have one solution. So in order to solve this, I would need to raise everything to the third power. So I'm going to raise both sides of this equation to the third power. When I do that, on the left-hand side, I get x plus 29 equal 5 cubed. So 5 times 5 times 5, that's 125. So x plus 29 equals 125. Subtract 29 from both sides, and I get that x is equal to 96. And that is the only solution to that one. Okay. Let's look at the next one. So solving this, I want to isolate the expression that has the rational exponent. So to do that, I'm going to add 10 to both sides, and I get 27 is equal to x to the 3 halves. Since that's an odd number, I'm going to have one solution. I'm going to raise everything to the 2/3 power. So I'm going to have 27 to the 2/3 equal x. So x to the 3 halves to the 2/3, that's just going to be x. So you get 27 to the 2/3 equals x. So what this means is take the cube root of 27. Cube root of 27 is 3. So this is 3 squared equals x. 3 squared is 9. So 9 is equal to x. So in that case, x is equal to 9. Problem number 9. Here we have something with a square root. So my key to domain restrictions with square roots, I cannot take the square root of negative numbers. So x plus 2 cannot be negative. That's the mathematical way of writing cannot be negative. It's greater than or equal to 0. So x has to be greater than or equal to negative 2. So that is my exclusion or restriction. Now, in order to solve for x, easiest thing to do is to isolate this square root. So I can say 4 is equal to 2 square root of x plus 2. I can divide both sides by 2. And then I get 2 is equal to the square root of x plus 2. Now I'm going to square both sides of that equation. When I square both sides of that equation, I get 4 is equal to x plus 2. And now I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. I get 2 is equal to x. Okay, that does not violate my exclusion because I'm told that x has to be greater than negative 2. That works fine. But in all of these, when you square this radical, you want to check your answer. So let's check x equal 2. Plug it into the original equation. So 4 equals 2 square root of 2 plus 2. So square root of 2 plus 2, that's the square root of 4. So 4 equals 2 square root of 4. So this means that 4 is equal to 2 times 2, or 4 is equal to 4. Okay, that's fine. Everything checks out nicely in that one. So that's page 2 of the review.